Now, maybe I didn't mention that according to the Muslim worldview, Muslims also, they live, especially, something called folk Islam or popular Islam, Southeast Asia, they live in a worldview where it's inhabited, the world is inhabited, or the universe is inhabited by unseen supernatural beings. They have this fear, from something in Islam called jinn. Anybody know what the jinn is? It's something similar to a demon. Like in Christianity. They are very afraid of something called evil eye. Anybody familiar with the evil eye also? That's why they have a lot of charms and amulets and incantation, and they do a lot of rituals because they are afraid of these things, because they live under fear because of ghosts, sorcery, ancestry, and all kinds of demons. So whenever we have to approach them, we have to approach them in a different way. And this story could be a way how the power that is in Christ is greater than the power of the evil one. So I share also the story with them that said a man boasted about that he is more powerful than the prison guard. Those people, as I said, they live in fear of unseen powers that controlling their life, and somehow very afraid from a curse being put upon their life. So they continuously live in fear of the unseen power, of the unseen world. So I'll tell them, imagine one day a man boasted about he's more powerful than the prison guards. The guards came for him and he came out and met with them. The guards, they captured him, beat him severely. They bound him and took him past all the prison cells to the farthest dungeon of the prison. They locked him in and they leaving guards on the door. Now, the superintendent of the jail, of the prison, sat in his office with his friend laughing at the prisoner. But their laughter did not last for long because they heard voices coming from within the prison. This prisoner has torn off his chains, pushed the door open, threw the guards to the left and right, and he proceeded to open all the doors of the prison cells one by one, calling, "Everyone want to leave this prison, follow me." Now, some prisoners were afraid. They said, if he was recaptured, we will have more severe torture than we had in the first place. But others said, look, he's stronger. He said, they did the worst they can do for him, but he has shown himself more powerful. I'm following him. And those who decided to follow him all the way out, they also, as they followed him, they discovered that he shared his power with them also to open the doors of the cells. And they followed him all the way out unto his righteous kingdom. So presenting Christ as a victor over Satan is one of the way that opened the way, for Muslims, because from not getting the usual Islamic objection, because they cannot argue with this. Whenever they see Christ as the victor, this is one of the way to use with Muslims without getting the usual Islamic objection. What's the Islamic objection? Anybody can help me here. Because here I didn't mention anything about divinity of Christ. The only thing I mentioned that he's more powerful than Satan. So Christ, the victor, is a very powerful concept because, in a sense, it is in agreement with the Muslim dynamic. So, in a way, showing that God, Jesus Christ, is the victor over Satan. The power that is in him is greater than the power that is in Satan. And 1 John is our reference. What does 1 John 3:8 says? The reason the Son of God appeared was to destroy the work of the devil, of the evil one. I gave you some sample of some illustration that we can use with Muslims before getting into some what we call propositional truth. Whenever, always coming, with the, I'm sure you're familiar with the 4 spiritual law, for instance. It's always have a legal framework for the gospel. But here we're coming from illustration. And again,